When I say top flight football teams, who do you think of? I bet instantly you think of Liverpool or Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City. For a lot of my audience especially, probably Celtic or Rangers, maybe Hibs or Hearts. Looking a little bit further afield, you might even be thinking of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Ajax, Feyenoord, PSV, Porto, Benfica, Sporting. And for the proper football lovers, how about a more obscure one like Slovan Bratislava? These are all places that I've visited through this YouTube channel. But today I'm taking you on a journey to the depths of rural Northern Ireland, because we're going to be finding the smallest top flight football club in Europe. Oh, I'm not used to these early mornings. Yeah, we're not sensationalising anything for a YouTube video here. This is literally the smallest settlement in Europe with a top flight football club. That honour was held by a team in the Faroe Islands up until a couple of years ago when Loughgall of Northern Ireland, tough one to pronounce if you've never been there or researched them before, Loughgall of Northern Ireland, got promoted a couple of seasons ago. Last season he had a good year in the top flight, but they're not having as good a season this season. We'll be getting into it all when we get there, but it is so early. Oh yeah, Europe's smallest top flight football club. Let's go. I have booked a car for today, firstly. Amazing, thanks so much.
You're
Cheers.
welcome.
See ya. And so not many people would hire cars to go to Loughgall, no? Are you a football fan? Yeah. Who do you support? Liverpool. Okay, do you have a team in Northern Ireland? Linfield or?
Cruise.
Cruise, okay, yeah. Seaview, yeah?
Seaview, yeah.
Seaview, nice.
Because it's only 5 minutes away from my house.
Yeah, nice, okay. Yeah, it's one of my favourite places in Northern Ireland, Seaview. I went to Cruise against Cliftonville. North Belfast derby. Yeah, it's decent. Oh, nice guy. Yeah, such a cool welcome here in Northern Ireland that you get, and he's a Liverpool fan, a Crusaders fan. We're in! Right, let's get the jacket off. Oh, this car is massive. I'm not used to driving such big, thick cars. Do you even put the key in? I don't think you do. Let's stick it there. Let's turn the engine on. Place the key near the start button. Right. And we're away, just about. It's so hard getting used to brand new cars straight away, straight off the bat, outside of the airport when everyone's behind you, everyone's watching you take off. We are heading now straight to Loughgall. It's basically going to feel like non-league. It's going to be a village. The nickname of the club is the Villagers. So first order of business is get down there, get some breakfast, get the early part of the vlog edited, and let's get to the smallest top flight football club in the world. I'm so buzzing for this. Now I've had my coffee, now I'm in the car, we're buzzing, we're ready to go, and this is such a bucket list vlog for me. For a lot of people, Boca Juniors, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, yeah, they're all up there. But so's the smallest team. As soon as I knew this was a thing about a year ago, I was like, I have to come. And here we are, on the road. We've made it to Loughgall. I've typed in the word cafe and there's only one that comes up. I think the only time that's ever happened on this channel before is when we went to Kellow Home, who were the 9th tier in Scotland. I think that's the only time we could find one cafe in one place that we went. Even that was shut, so hopefully we can actually find it. There's an antique shop there. There's a coffee house, should be up here. I can see it says Sloan's Coffee Shop, so hopefully we can get one in there. We are open 10 a.m. It is just gone 10. Does much happen in Loughgall?
Does much happen in Loughgall?
No. Is there anything to see? Anything to see?
Yes.
Oh, museum next door, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go in.
And a park.
And a park. Museum, park, cafe.
Cafe.
That's all you need.
Church.
Football club.
And a primary school.
That's all you need.
That's all
It's got it all. And that was really, really nice. I would recommend it. Not that there's much more to recommend in this place, but it was very, very good. And the toilets for the cafe are through the museum. So while we're in here, let's have a quick look, shall we? You can tell what kind of part of Ireland, Northern Ireland, that we're in by some of the pictures and iconography, etc. So I didn't know this before I came. I can't pretend I know a huge amount about it, to be honest. It's a birthplace of the Orange Institution, so I guess quite a historically significant place. If you know your history of Ireland, which again I don't know much about at all, yeah, this must be quite a significant place for the Protestant side of things. I have actually made a video in the past, a few years back now. I think it was the first video I probably made in Ireland / Northern Ireland, where I spoke about how there used to be obviously one island split, and particularly like in footballing terms, I visited the Peace Walls in Belfast and explored how there is like 2 Irish national teams and stuff. It gets really complicated, and I did my best to explain it in that video, and a lot of people said I did a very good job at it, so make sure you go and check that out. Once you've watched this one, I might leave a link to it at the end. Anyway, enough about that. Let's go and check out this village of roughly 200 people and see if it looks like the type of place that would house a top flight football team. It has a wee village store, obviously sells diesel, and a deli, which is open Monday to Friday. Free range eggs for sale on the side of the road. This is something you don't get up the road from the Allianz or the Bernabeu. The cafe was like a 2-minute walk that way. I've shown you the egg box. I've shown you the well. There was like a well as well. And a country park by the look of things. Look at this. There's a football team training down there. The football stadium is that way. Best small village 2011. You don't get little cats outside the Camp Nou. This just isn't a place that screams top flight football. Nutmeg.
Hey, keeper!
Looks like it's the future stars of Loughgall against the future stars of Portadown. You know, blues and whites versus the reds. Would that be a bit of a derby in this part of the world? I think it might be. I'm moving to Loughgall, lads. Sorry, Scotland, my time is up. There's top flight football, views like this, decent scran. Oh, sick, what a place, man. Yeah, all we need now is for this video to do really well in terms of views, and hopefully I can keep coming back and maybe even move here. So if you're from Loughgall, if you're from Northern Ireland, if you're one of my subscribers from Scotland, please hit that like button. It'd be great for this video to be seen as far and as wide as possible. If you're from Loughgall, if you're from the local area, please share it with somebody who you know. I've been in Sloane's Cafe, I've had a little look around the village as well. So yeah, if you're from this area, please just share this video, let it go as far and wide as possible, hit the like button. Ruined church, possibly here from the 13th century, well repaired in 1622, burnt down after the 1641 rebellion, rebuilt in 1740. It's an interesting old place, this, Loughgall. Right, that's the last you're going to see of me until we get to the stadium. I'm going to head back to the car for a while, edit in there, then go down to the ground. I've got a little bit of time in between this and now. That's all I do. Film, edit, film, edit, film, edit. Yeah, this place, like I might have already mentioned once or twice, only has a population of about 200. The ground has a capacity of around 2,000. So the stadium is 10 times bigger than the population of the village that we're in. Crazy. I bet there's nowhere else in the world that is the case. Here we are at Lakeview. Look at this, the smallest top flight football team in the world. Brought to you on this YouTube channel. This video is so a bit of me, and now I'm in here, I'm buzzing. What does it remind you of? I want in the comments a football team from where you're from, in England or Scotland or Wales or wherever you may be from in the world. Where does this remind you of in terms of football teams where you're from? At what level? Let's have a look at this stand here. 3 rows, if you include these ones here, maybe just 2 rows of the red seats and the blue seats. Yeah, I think I saw online there's a few different numbers for the capacity that I saw, some differing from like 1,200-ish to 2,000. So I guess it really does depend on who they're playing as to like how many fans they would get. In terms of like seated capacity, really isn't many. There's some seats over there as well. We will head round to the Hilbert Willis stand very soon. Here's the media section. Look at this. I imagine this is where the commentators would stand should they need them. I'm not seeing... Oh, there's some power up there actually. And that little thing, that little box says BBC Internet. That one says BBC Access Only. So yeah, I guess in terms of like Premiership football, they would have to broadcast live games from here. And if they were to win this league, this club here would be playing Champions League football. They're currently bottom of the league, so I can't see them playing Champions League anytime soon. But yeah, if they were to, they'd eventually obviously be playing in those qualifiers. Now there's restrictions on European games and like how the ground should be. I think they'd probably get away with playing qualifiers here. Larne were able to play qualifiers at their ground in the park, which we were obviously at one, but they've been having to play their group stage games in the Conference League, the first Northern Irish team to ever reach the group stage of a European competition. They've been playing those games at Windsor Park, the national stadium, the home of Linfield, whose fans have clearly been here. And look at this, from the ground being there, the road is literally there, back up to the village. And here we go, we've almost completed a whole loop of the stadium. We've come in there, we've went around there to that stand. We'll call it the main stand, the grand stand over there. We've been behind the goal, and something that I have noticed, a nice grass pitch. You don't get grass pitches even in the top tier a lot in this country. I suppose Linfield does, Glens does, Larne doesn't. Maybe some do, some don't. I think it's quite mixed in terms of grass v artificial in the top tier in Northern Ireland. And here we are round to the other seated area. 1, 2, 3 rows with a bit of terracing as well that you can stand on. But yeah, I mean, look at this, the blue and the red.
The physio room is the key room.
Physio room, yeah. Hopefully it's not needed today.
Everyone congregates in here. David Johnson, I'm the general manager and the youth development manager of Loughgall Football Club.
What goes into running a football club like Loughgall? You must be so proud, firstly, of the smallest top-flight football team playing in Europe as well.
Yeah, that's a tremendous achievement. This is a true David and Goliath story. When you have, we have less than 300 people registered on the census in the local village. Obviously we have a lot of community around the area support the club here, but yeah, very, very small club in that sense, resources, fan base, but we've managed to work our way up into the Premier League and punching above our weight, naturally, but more than holding our own in this division and enjoying the experience, enjoying the ride. That's what football's all about, you know, success stories, clubs developing up through, so we're enjoying the ride. And
you finished 7th last season, which must be a club record for how high you finished up.
Yes, the club was in the Premiership years ago under a different format, but to finish 7th last year was, listen, it was a miracle. It really was. We by far have the lowest budget in the league, like no question. So to be able to finish, 7th in the Premiership was a fantastic achievement by the first team manager Dean Smith, his backroom staff, and of course the players. The players went out onto the pitch, competed against all the big teams, the full-time teams in this league. And that's going to be my next question for you, actually. How many teams are full-time in the Northern Irish Premiership? And I take it Loughgall's a part-time team, yeah? We're definitely a part-time team. If ever there was a definition of part-time, this would be us. We don't have any full-time staff at the club in terms of the playing side at all. So what do the players, what some of the jobs, what kind of jobs are they doing? And then obviously it's such a big commitment to play football at the weekend and have a job during the week as well. So what's some of the guys doing? So it's an interesting debate regarding full-time, part-time, because we're up against teams, particularly in midweek matches, that have all day to rest, recuperate, eat the right foods, etc. For a club like ours, we have guys that are maybe on building sites. We've got school teachers. We've got businessmen, executives that could be flying around the UK or driving all over the island of Ireland. It's a huge commitment, especially the ones that are working on building sites as well. Absolutely. I mean, in terms of match preparation at this level of football, it is very challenging for part-time players. But that's the nature of the beast, and of course we just embrace the challenge. The players train twice a week normally, sort of a 2.5 hour session twice a week, and then there's matches on a Saturday, sometimes Friday or a Monday. And so who are the full-time teams in the league? It'd be Larne, Linfield, Glens? Yeah, you've Larne, Linfield, Glentoran and Coleraine have now almost full-time. That's who you're playing today? We're playing them today. Yeah, okay. So they went to effectively a full-time model this season. So they're trying it out.
Is there a way in which you could see all of the teams in this league eventually being full-time? Is there a plan maybe for you guys to be full-time one day?
That's a controversial question in Irish League football within our governing body.
Okay.
There would certainly be an aspiration among some that it would be great to see the league here full-time.
Mm-hmm.
I think others would argue strongly that with a population of less than 2 million,
it's hard, isn't it?
To have 12 full-time teams generating the revenue and fan base and sponsorship that would be needed to sustain that model.
Yeah.
There are certainly many who say that would be very, very unlikely.
Yeah, there's a lot of hurdles, isn't there, for the smaller clubs. So how many fans do you usually get then?
So on a good home game, we could put 300-400 fans on a good home game, and
so
obviously if
more
it's a
than
derby,
the population of the whole village.
Oh, absolutely.
Dean, you're the first team manager here at Loughgall. What's been your football journey to get you to this moment here?
What's my football journey? I've played literally all my football in Northern Ireland, and then I got a chance to manage for a club not too far away from here, Anna United, which is my local club, very close to me. And then obviously the Loughgall job came up, and I was delighted to accept it. And nearly 8 years later, I'm still here. 8
years later, so you're the man that the fans have got to thank from taking them from the Championship up to being the smallest top flight team in Europe in terms of the...
Yeah, we're the smallest settlement in Europe to have a team in the top flight.
You must be so proud that you're the man who's masterminded the promotion to get you to this point.
Yeah, look, as I said, it's one of these things. My name's above the door, but there's so much hard work goes on behind the scenes that probably people don't see. So it's not just me. There's a lot goes on behind the scenes, as everybody will well know, involved in football.
And how far can this club go? Obviously, you finished 7th last year. You maybe lost 1 or 2 key players in the summer, but how far can you see this club eventually going?
Yeah, look, I think first and foremost we want to try and stay in the league, and we want to try and solidify ourselves within the league and sort of build from there, and that's what we're trying to do. It's tough, it's hard, obviously being such a small rural club. It is difficult, it's not easy, but as I said, we've done it once, so why can't we do it again?
And what a view as well.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad, to be fair. Hopefully the game's as good as a view.
Soon they just got a load of cushion and I'm there.
Yeah.
101st year.
101st year. How long has he been coming to football matches here then?
Since the club was formed in 1967.
So he's the most loyal fan in all of Northern Ireland.
Well, for us, yes.
So that stand is named after him as well then?
That stand's named after him, yeah.
Wow.
And during COVID, he did 100 things up and down the pitch.
Did he? Made money?
Thousands for us.
Oh, what a guy.
What a man. He didn't do it all in one day, you know.
What do you make of the surroundings here, Loughgall?
It's my first time being at Loughgall actually. It's cosy. It's a small wee ground, but no, it's
interesting ground for a top flight team.
It is interesting for a top flight team, definitely. We were saying that driving up, like the fact this is top flight, it's mental, but I'm looking forward to the match, and yeah, it should be good.
And Coleraine recently went full time. How do you think that will serve the club?
I think in the long run it'll be good. It's been a slow process at the start, but we expected it to be a slow process, and I think the last couple of weeks we've improved, and give us time. I think maybe a year or two we'll hopefully be competing further up the table and maybe try and qualify for Europe like Lauren have done.
5-1 Korean.
5-1. Good luck, mate.
2-0 Korean.
You lads are Loughgall supporters, yeah? In Northern Ireland. Do you have a Scottish team you support?
I support Rangers.
Rangers as well. And do you have an English team you support?
Yeah, Liverpool.
Liverpool? Arsenal. What's he doing, mate? Why have you not converted him to a Liverpool fan? So I'll ask you first, who would you rather won the league this year? Loughgall, Rangers or Liverpool? Oh, Arsenal, sorry, Arsenal.
Probably Loughgall.
Loughgall? And who would you rather won the league this season? Loughgall, Rangers or Liverpool?
Probably Loughgall.
Loughgall, I like your dedication to Loughgall, lads. And today playing Coleraine?
Yeah.
What's the score going to be, do you reckon?
1-0 Loughgall.
1-0 Loughgall? 2-1 Loughgall. And what's the best thing about supporting Loughgall?
Just like family club, like.
Family club, nice little community feel.
Yeah, when you get 3 points, it means a lot. Like.
What time? Yeah.
Good early start for Coleraine. Laurie, the face of NIFL, basically. Terrace talk.
Terrace talk.
How's things going with yourself and all the things you're doing? Content-wise?
Really well. Yeah, really well. We're firing loads of content out this year, and I think we've seen a return on that. We're noticing attendance numbers up, and I don't know, if there's a correlation there, but hopefully.
We'll say there is.
Hopefully there is.
And Coleraine have just gone ahead.
We have indeed. Yep, quite early on.
The newest full-time team in the league. Do you see more teams going full-time?
I think it kind of has to go that way at some stage, but it's a long process. Like it's years in the making, that is. But I think that we'll all have to go that way at some stage.
Yeah. Okay. And what do you make of the Loughgall story, the smallest settlement in Europe to have a top-flight team?
I mean, it's fantastic. They're doing really well. So they are. They're doing fantastic.
Had a good season last season, but not quite doing as well this year.
Season, yeah.
Hey!
All them wings in there.
2-0 Coleraine. World's smallest top flight club, or Europe's anyway, behind it by 2. 3-0. Goals galore and all up the other end. Oh, I wanted to see Loughgall at least score a goal today. They ain't looking good. Still not seen Loughgall score. Do you reckon I'll see a Loughgall goal here today?
Korean continue to play the way they're playing. Loughgall have pressed us a couple of times. You never know, Sam.
Half time. Loughgall losing 3-0. Happy with the first half, yeah?
Yep, 3-0 easy.
Loughgall supporters, yeah? Yeah. How proud are you that Loughgall are the smallest top flight team in the world in terms of like the place?
I'm very happy.
It's pretty good. It's a nice little like record to have as a club. But how are they getting on this season? Not too good. Losing as well today. I want to see them score. Do you reckon they'll score today? Yeah. And who's the best player? Give me a shout out for some of the better players.
Nathaniel first.
Got to check out different parts of the stadium, haven't you? And we are currently in the top of this stand. I don't know if you can quite say it's the top, but yeah, look, as far back as you can go. We're in the red seats. The Blues are in front of us, and we have that as our view. What do you reckon, goal here, lads?
Probably.
Oh, I called it. It's 4-0. You're losing. Gutted.
Yeah, boy, Matthew Shelby's an absolute machine.
But it's hard. You're playing against a full-time team.
True, like we're only like.
You're only a small little village.
We're only up from like championship 2 years ago. What? Oh yeah, got my foot out. Caught my hand.
This result's awful for Loughgall. I know Glenavon are losing as well, but Carrick are winning, and that puts them 4 points below both of them clubs in with Carrick the game in hand. Lana got lots of games in hand because of Europe, but yeah, Loughgall rock bottom.
What was that? Subscribe to Footy Adventures.
Yes, lads. Cheers, boys. I like touching goalposts, so I'm just going to give this one a little. Oh, look at that. Yes.
Do you do the videos on YouTube?
YouTube, I do, mate. Yeah.
Oh, I've watched a few of them. You've done like some of the derbies in Belfast and stuff like that.
I've done
right?
Crews, Cliftonville. Yeah. I've done a few Glens games and Linfield games. I've never seen them play each other yet.
Oh, fair enough.
Bel Clasico, I've got to get there at some point, yeah. In the hotel, and yes, there's not really too much to show you if I'm being honest. It's just an airport hotel. I'm flying back out early doors tomorrow morning, but I hope you've enjoyed looking around the smallest top flight team. They might not be the smallest top flight team for much longer. If they continue that form, they might be back down to the second tier. I hope not. They're a great club with some amazing people there, so a huge thanks to everyone for the warm welcome, and for everyone in Northern Ireland who always recognises me and says hello and watches the videos. A lot of you are Rangers fans, and so I guess that's probably why you sort of have seen my videos before. I've done a lot of videos in Northern Ireland as well, to be fair, but yeah, I hope you you've enjoyed learning more about a small club like Loughgall who are in the top division. That honestly felt like a non-league ground, and probably for a lot of their history was a non-league ground. But yeah, what a sensational story that they've been able to get up into the top flight and have a great season last season, just struggling this year. So hopefully they can turn it around. Yeah, a massive thanks again for watching this video. I couldn't do what I do without you guys, and yeah, absolutely love these trips, particularly the ones exploring the more unknown football teams around the world. I'm going to leave a couple of my Northern Irish videos on screen. I promised you the Peace Walls one, that's quite fascinating. So yeah, if you want to click through and learn more about football in the entirety of Ireland, not just Northern Ireland, you can watch that one. I'll leave another Northern Irish video on screen as well. Massive thanks for watching. I need to edit this video. Cheers and goodbye.